So let's begin our session with a wonderful quote. A bus that guides them through the storm of mental well-being. Things of the day. Good evening, everyone. I, Polmaseti Tripura Sudhapriya, your host for today's international webinar on the topic empowering youth to overcome anxiety and embrace mental health. Extends my warm greetings and a very good evening to all of you present here. Empowering youth to overcome anxiety and embrace mental health guides young minds through turbulent times, offering a compass of resilience and self discovery. This empowering journey equips them with the tools to navigate the challenges of anxiety, fostering a mindset that embraces mental well being with courage and strength. Talking about SEMS Welfare Foundation. We are a Section 8 not for profit company registered under the Companies Act 2013 with various recognitions from NITI, IOG, MSME, MPCON, DDUGKY, and more. Recognized as a startup by DIPP, MCI, and awarded Best Service Award for National Contribution. SEMS Group, with an active network of 5,000 plus professionals, published books and international journals, organized education and health camps for unprivileged children, promoted digital and financial literacy, and contributed to society. Our initiative, the DG Saksham, has developed content for 300 plus courses in IT, BFSI, retail, entrepreneurship, impacting diverse age groups. We have executed a skill project for 600 inmates, signed MOUs for training, collaborated with various organizations, and conducted international conferences. Feminist, another SEMS initiative, empowers women through workshops and newsletters, conducting awareness programs in digital literacy, marketing, and career development across different industries. We have impacted over 1,000 women across states and recently celebrated a milestone of 100 women associated with the program. On behalf of the whole SEMS family, I welcome you all for today's international webinar on empowering you to overcome anxiety and embrace mental health. And to add our guest of honor, today's speaker is Ridhima Batra. It is a great honor to have you with us, ma'am. We are grateful for your presence here with us today.
Thank you so much, Tripura and Sims, for this beautiful opportunity to be able to share my thoughts about how anxiety and how we can overcome that. Welcome everyone to this session where we talk about mental health, we talk about anxiety, we talk about a lot of things, right? Let me tell you something about myself. Let me share a story of mine, and you'll be really inspired to understand what I have been through. So, as you know, my name is Riddhima Batra. I am working as I am a mental health coach. I basically we help people through different kinds of counseling, therapies to overcome their mental health issues. When I started this journey, I was actually 18 when I was diagnosed as a clinically depressed person. I actually left engineering and my entire world was crashing down. I left engineering all this time. I didn't know what to do. So I went into depression for like 3 months, straight 3 months. And my parents gave me counseling. They asked me to go for counseling. I was seeking a psychologist. I was put on medications. तो काफी कुछ चल रहा था दिमाग में. I used to have negative thoughts. I used to feel like the entire world is frowning and everyone is going against me. I was just 18 and I didn't know that what is happening to. How many of you can relate to this? Just raise your hand if you can relate. The entire, okay, I can see one hand, Rupali. I can see, oh, Lakshmi. So when I was going through that phase, I wasn't knowing what to do next. I was always feeling anxious. I used to cry almost every day of my life. मैं घर से बाहर नहीं निकलती थी मैं लोगों को फेस नहीं कर पाती थी आई वॉज थिंकिंग कि मैंने लाइफ में कुछ गलत किया है इट वॉज वन ऑफ द डार्केस्ट डेज ऑफ माई लाइफ एंड आई वॉज जस्ट 18 and I didn't know कि हो क्या रहा है my parents came to support me, rescue me, but I couldn't. Even their love couldn't save me, right? For 3 months, I wasn't doing anything. और मैंने अपना college भी छोड़ दिया था. I was depressed like anything. I didn't know where to go. Then I remember one of my counselors said this thing to me. I remember my uncle said this thing today. Ridhima, you're just 18. It's okay if you cannot figure out things right now. Just do whatever you like. So after that, I joined a English institute and I went on teaching. पहले मैंने spoken English सीखा, फिर मैं वहाँ पे as a teacher join किया. So I did things, I learned about these things, and eventually I got back. So this is one part where I felt like, oh, life has crumbled me down. But you know, everything that you go through is like inspiration for others, right? So कौन ऐसी situation में गया where they felt that their life is crushing down? Just
Me,
raise your
ma'am.
hand.
Me.
Hmm.
I had experienced it when I was in school, actually. Especially from first to seventh standard, I was having very top. I was in the top 10, or if not top, yeah, top 10. And then later on, what happened was when I came to eighth and all, it became very low. I wasn't able to cope up with the pressure. I entered into anxieties, and then later on, as you said, I was very depressed. I used to sit and cry alone in a room.
Hmm.
So I actually understand how you must have felt when you were dropped out.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am. So it's actually very tough. Even I was also put into a psychologist, but luckily he never gave me a medicines and all for that. I went into few counseling sessions with a counselor, and then slowly it reduced.
So proud of you to share your journey because you know a lot of people don't talk about what they have been through, which is okay. But you know,
Yes.
to talk about your insecurity, it's very important.
No,
So, you
actually,
know,
I could relate how you felt, especially you were in 18 years. Mine, I was not that old. I was around 10 or 11. So I was much younger to you. That's the reason why I could come up faster. Whereas
mhm.
since you had the same issue when you were 18, it should have taken a long years for you to recover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So similarly, when I talk about anxiety, when I talk about mental health, it is not one thing जो आपको trigger कर. There are multiple incidents, and everything happens since your childhood, right? Let me ask you a question, a simple question, which is, what do you think is anxiety? What do you think is like why people have mental health issues? Just write in the text box, or you can speak also. Like raise your hand, and I recognize you, and you speak about it. Anyone who wants to speak? Yes, Ankita. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. I
Good
feel
evening.
anxiety is, for me, it's like when your life is, as per you, your life is going behind. You feel like you're lacking something. Everyone is moving forward and you couldn't achieve what you wanted. Your plan is not going as per your expectation. Anxiety is sometimes you avoid talking about it. You get panic when someone talk about it, a topic, and even meeting people who know about your goals to avoid it completely, because when someone asks about that goal or something, it makes you anxious. You don't feel comfortable like talking about it, and totally avoiding that topic.
Hmm. Okay. Kishan said because today is full of insecurity, unconscious, that's main cause for anxiety of people. Okay. Anyone else? What causes anxiety? What exactly is anxiety? Anyone who wants to share can raise their hand. Anything. There is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. Anything that you feel like. Anyone? Shivangi, Rupali, Kulkarni. What is
I'm
your thing?
Shivangi has written to me, telling societal pressure and over expectation,
Okay. Can go as well.
and even Ghanshyam Dasgar has also given us mentally stressed.
Hmm. So
Yes.
let's understand what exactly anxiety is and why it happens in today's end, right? So anxiety क्या होती है किसी भी पर्टिकुलर इवेंट या कोई चीज होने से घबराना, राइट? किसी भी पर्टिकुलर इवेंट या किसी भी एक सिचुएशन में घबराना इज एंजाइटी विच इज ओके. फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम गोइंग फॉर पब्लिक स्पीकिंग, मुझे स्टेज पे परफॉर्म करना है. And when I'm doing the stage performance, what is happening? मुझे डर लग, right? Which is normal, right? अभी for example, लक्ष्मी ने host करना है ये session. That's an example. So now she's coming to host this session and she is feeling nervous, which can be also a part of anxiety, right? सो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड कि एंजाइटी नॉर्मल अगर ऐसे हो रही है विच इज वेरी नो, बट ये जब एक्सेस में चली जाती है, जब हम इसको बहुत ज्यादा अपने दिमाग और दिलो दिमाग पे ले लेते हैं, it can be a kind of mental illness. Now, mental illness is of different different types. किसी को OCD होगा, किसी को bipolar होगा, किसी को schizophrenia होगा. हर किसी को अलग अलग टाइप ऑफ इमोशंस, अलग अलग टाइप ऑफ डिजीजेस होते हैं, राइट? Why don't we talk about it? The only reason why we don't talk about it is because ये एक स्टिग्मा है. अब आज मैं आपको अगर अपनी स्टोरी बताऊं, I was having an anxiety attack and it was very recent. I had an anxiety attack. When you are having anxiety attack, what happens basically? आपकी एकदम से सांस फूल जाती है, एकदम से आपकी एनर्जी होती है हाई एंड पे चलती है, आप एकदम से ब्रीदिंग बहुत फास्ट और स्लो करने लग जाते हो, और दिल दिमाग एकदम से, ओ यू कांट अंडरस्टैंड योर इमोशंस, यू बर्स्ट आउट, आप बहुत जोर जोर से रोते हो. तो आपको एंजाइटी अटैक्स कब आते हैं, राइट? लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड कि एंजाइटी का आना क्या है, उसके ट्रिगर पॉइंट्स क्या हैं. हर इंसान का ना एक ट्रिगर पॉइंट होता है, हर इंसान. अभी जितने भी कॉल पे हैं, रूपाली, कार्तिक, शिल्पी, कुलकर्णी, सुप्रिया, डॉक्टर संजय और डॉक्टर रेखा, एवरीवन, यू गाइस हैव ट्रिगर पॉइंट, ठीक है? और ये ट्रिगर पॉइंट्स कहाँ से हैं? ये चाइल्डहुड से हैं, ठीक है? वो हमारे सामने कब कब सामने एकदम आ जाते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम अ मेंटल हेल्थ, आप मेरे से काउंसलिंग लेते हो, ठीक है, और दिमा आई रियली वांट टू हैव काउंसलिंग विद यू. आई टेल देम ओके, कम, आई वुड लव टू गिव यू काउंसलिंग. अब आपके जो ट्रिगर पॉइंट्स हैं, मैं आपसे आपसे दो कॉन्वर्जेशंस करूंगी एंड आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर योर ट्रिगर पॉइंट. तो हमारी लाइफ में ना कुछ कुछ ऐसे ट्रिगर पॉइंट्स होते हैं जिससे हमें एंजाइटी कॉज होती है. कुछ लोगों को फियर्स होते हैं, राइट? कुछ कुछ चीजों से बहुत ज्यादा फियर होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई हैव अ फियर ऑफ जोकर्स. अब एकदम से मेरे सामने कोई ऐसे जोकर आ जाए, आई वुड फील fearful, right? I will be scared. So fear is also one kind of thing which can create anxiety in you. Are you getting my point? So let's understand कि anxiety के triggers क्या रहते हैं. Why do anxiety happen and is it normal or is it like okay चलो ठीक है कुछ हो. क्या होता है कि अगर आपको normal tension हो रही है, worry हो रही है, परेशान हो रहे हो किसी चीज के लिए, which is okay. That's a part and parcel of life. बट अगर वो कॉन्स्टेंटली आपके माइंड को ब्लॉक करिए ना, देन इट कैन बी अ पार्ट ऑफ अ मेंटल. आप ओवर थिंक कर रहे हो एक सिचुएशन जो खत्म हो चुकी है, आप अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन उसको ओवर थिंक कर रहे हो, आपके थॉट्स नेगेटिव हो ही जा रहे हैं. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ एंजाइटी विच कैन हैपन, राइट? नाउ आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू, राइट? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू थिंक दैट वी हैव अ स्ट्रेसफुल जॉब? आई थिंक एवरीवन हैज अ स्ट्रेसफुल जॉब, राइट? सबकी जॉब बहुत स्ट्रेसफुल है. यू आर स्पेंडिंग अराउंड 10 to 11 hours in work. चलो 9 to 10 hours in work. अब उन 10 to 11 आवर्स में क्या होता है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपके ऊपर एकदम से प्रेशर बन गया कि कल मुझे एक फाइल सबमिट करो, आई वॉन्ट यू टू सबमिट अ फाइल टू मी, ठीक है? तो वो आपको क्या होगा, इट विल कॉज एंजाइटी इन योर हेड, राइट? मुझे कल अपनी फाइल सबमिट करनी है, आई हैव टू सबमिट माई फाइल, आई हैव टू वर्क. सो रात को आपको नींद नहीं आएगी बिकॉज यू हैव नॉट वर्क, राइट? It will create stress in your mind, which is normal, which is like okay. So let's understand that daily anxiety is okay, which is okay for your professional growth, for your personal growth. But when it gets too much on your head and mind, then it's a problem, right? So there are different triggers. It varies up to हर इंसान का अलग ट्रिगर हो, right? हर इंसान का एक अलग ट्रिगर होता है. मेरा कुछ और ट्रिगर होगा, आपका कुछ और ट्रिगर होगा.
वैसे ही थी लेकिन यहाँ पॉडकास्ट में भी
How many of you have trouble sleeping? रात को सोने में दिक्कत किस किस को आती है? Ankita says I have trouble. Oh, okay. Lakshmi has problem. Others? Rupati has problem with sleeping. Ashish says sometimes. Okay. Who else have problem with sleeping? Okay. कंसंट्रेशन में किस किस को प्रॉब्लम आती है? फोकस कर नहीं पाते. व्हाट कॉजेज यू फोकस नहीं हो पाता? थिंकिंग नेगेटिव है, नेगेटिव थॉट्स बहुत ज्यादा आते हैं, कुछ अच्छा नहीं लगता, छोटी छोटी बातों पर मूड खराब हो जाता है. ओके, सो आई सी 23 people. Yes, I am an overthinker, no problem. So I see 24 people right now in this call. 23 including me. 24. I want you to write three things which make you feel stressed and bothered. मतलब which makes you feel sad and you don't feel good. Sometimes I can't even breathe properly. Don't happen. Okay, no problem. We'll talk about it. So now I want everyone to write three things which causes anxiety or which causes stress in your life. I says what I have to do in my life. Sometimes related are asking about our job, lacking self-confidence. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So one is pressure from work, financial issues, not being able to manage my students.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, next one. Then old disease, time utilizing a tax notification.
Okay. So I'll tell you what is the biggest cause of anxiety. Trust me, it's very simple. It's overthinking. सबसे बड़ा जो कॉज है ना हमारी सिचुएशन में जो प्रॉब्लम आती है ना वो ओवर थिंकिंग की है। हम एक ही सिचुएशन को बार बार ऑन रिपीट अपने दिमाग में चलाते राइट। मैं बहुत बड़ी ओवर थिंकर हूँ। मैं मेरे से बड़ा ओवर थिंकर इस स्पेस पे कोई नहीं होगा। आई ओवर थिंक अ लॉट। तो हम क्या करते हैं ना हमारी कोई एक सिचुएशन होगी विच विल बी वेरी नॉर्मल बट हम उसको ओवर थिंक कर करके उसको बड़ा बना दें, ठीक है। तो अंडरस्टैंड बिकॉज हर इंसान की ना ट्रिगर्स अलग अलग। एवरीवन हैज अ डिफरेंट ट्रिगर फॉर एंजाइटी। हर इंसान, ठीक है। अभी हमने क्या करना है, हमने फोकस उस पे करना है कि जो हमारे ट्रिगर्स हैं उसको हम कंट्रोल कैसे करें। चलो, टेल मी टू थिंग्स विच कैन हेल्प यू फील स्ट्रेस फ्री और आपको अच्छा लगता है जो। कौन सी ऐसी दो चीजें हैं विच यू लाइक डूइंग? फॉर एग्जाम्पल फॉर मी इट्स डांसिंग, इज लिसनिंग टू म्यूजिक। व्हाट इज दैट फॉर यू? हर इंसान के पास होगा वो कुछ ना कुछ। बताओ बताओ। लेट्स मेक इट इंटरैक्टिव। तो अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ, स्पीक अबाउट इट। नहीं तो फिर मैं पकड़ूंगी। चलो, I'll ask. तो कुलकर्णी सूरज, अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ। बोलो बोलो।
Ma'am, listening songs makes me feel better.
हम्म। कूल। सो मैं दो चीजें आपको बताऊंगी जो हम अपनी डेली प्रैक्टिस में लेके आएंगे जिससे विच विल हेल्प यू टू ओवरकम एंजाइटी। ठीक है। मेरी एक डायरी दिख रही है क्या आपको? सो बिफोर वी डू दिस मेडिटेशन, आई वांट आई थिंक हाँ, बिफोर वी डू दिस मेडिटेशन आई वांट टू टीच यू समथिंग। आपको मेरी डायरी दिख रही है सबको? जिससे यस और नो।
Yes, yes.
हाँ, कूल।
Yes,
हाँ,
sir.
ओके। सो हम एनजाइटी के लिए ना पैटर्न्स करते हैं। क्या करते हैं? पैटर्न्स। हमारे दिमाग की जो वेव्स होती है ना वो ऐसे 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 चल रही है, तो उसको स्लो डाउन करने के लिए ना हम सर्टेन पैटर्न्स बनाते हैं। तो जब भी तुम्हें ऐसा लगे ना लाइफ इज नॉट वेरी काइंड टू यू एंड थिंग्स आर गोइंग अपसाइड डाउन, सो ट्राई प्रैक्टिसिंग पैटर्न। एक नोटबुक लो खाली, टेक अ पेंसिल और अ पेन। तो हमने पैटर्न्स बनाने हैं, ठीक है। मैं आपको एक बार नॉर्मल पैटर्न बना के दिखाती हूँ, ठीक है। बेसिकली ऐसे बनाने हैं आपने पैटर्न्स। दिख रहे हैं आपको ये? कैन यू सी इट? ठीक है।
Yes.
और नीचे अपसाइड डाउन ऐसे ऐसे करके, ठीक है। ये देखो पैटर्न दिख रहे हैं सबको, राइट। सो जब भी आपके दिमाग में बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रेस हो, जब भी बहुत ज्यादा एंजाइटी हो, तो आप ये पैटर्न्स बनाने शुरू करो किसी भी वे में। पर पैटर्न हमेशा ऐसे गोल में होने चाहिए, ऐसे। इससे क्या होगा, आपका माइंड बहुत ज्यादा रिलैक्स होगा। ओके, सो ट्राई मेकिंग दोज पैटर्न ऐसे ऐसे, ठीक है। कूल। सो ये एक तरीका है एंजाइटी को ओवरकम करने का, और इवन इफ व्हेन यू आर हैविंग अ स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन, ठीक है। अब हम करेंगे मेडिटेशन। वी विल डू अ मेडिटेशन विच इज अ बेसिक मेडिटेशन, जिसमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ हम अपनी ब्रीदिंग पे फोकस करेंगे। ऑलवेज सिट इन अ रिसीविंग मोड, ठीक है। जब भी हम मेडिटेशन करेंगे, ठीक है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, हमेशा रिसीविंग मोड में चीजें करेंगे। ऑलवेज बी रिसीविंग। So today we are just going to do basic meditation where we are going to just relax our minds and listen to the sound and take breath, जो कि ऐसे होगी। That's it. Okay? So हम 5 मिनट की मेडिटेशन करेंगे। We will close our eyes and जब तक मैं आपको ना बोलूँ तब तक आप अपनी eyes open नहीं करें, ठीक है? We are going to fold our hands and set an intention. Everyone, please fold your hands and set an intention. Thank you for this practice. Now you open your eyes and you sit in the receiving mode. I just need to check whether this music is not working or not. ठीक है, मैं अभी इसको साउंड चेक कर, फिर हम we will start. Okay, you hear it now? ठीक है।
Yes, yes. Now we can.
Now I want everyone to go. Just close your eyes. Everyone, we are going into the meditation practice. Close your eyes and just listen to the sound. Everyone, close your eyes. Take a long, deep breath. Let us all come back into the space. Don't open your eyes. Stay in silence for a minute. Observe your thought. Come back to the space. When you feel like opening your eyes, just rub your hands, make them warm, put them on your eyes, and stay in silence for the next 30 seconds. Let's all share our experiences in the text box. That how are you feeling right now? What is something that you're feeling? Write it down. If you want to speak, you can speak. hmm Now relax and calm. Very nice and refreshing. What did I do? मैंने क्या किया? I didn't do anything, right? I just played a music. I asked you to close your eyes and yeah, giving some rest to my eyes. And I asked you to just focus on your breath. That's what I did, right? इससे ज़्यादा तो मैंने कुछ नहीं किया ना. So every day, just for 5 minutes, just let's focus on our breath. Stay calm, composed, listen to a relaxing music, and you're good to go. राइट आई थिंक हम लोग ना अपने आप को फिजिकली आराम दे देते हैं बट मेंटली कैसे आराम देंगे थ्रू मेडिटेशन थ्रू पैटर्न आई ऑल्सो डू वन ऑन वन काउंसलिंग अगर आप बहुत एक्सट्रीम पोजीशन पे जाते हो I can also help you. But I really want you to come to these sessions. These are free sessions, right? You are not paying anything for the session. And there's tons of information available to you, right, on internet. Use it in a positive. If you come to me and you will be like, Ridhima, I need counseling, I'll charge for it, right? I won't do it for free. But if you're coming to this session and you're learning from me, here only, that's work done. राइट हम लोग क्यों आते हैं यहाँ आपके लिए सो दैट यू कैन लर्न समथिंग फ्रॉम अस एंड यू कैन इम्प्लीमेंट दैट एट योर place. Lakshmi, do we have we received any more messages?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yeah. So the messages are, one second. I'm trying to open the chat box. Yes, ma'am. So, Parnas told very relaxing and it's like giving some rest to my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was very difficult to focus and keep eyes closed in the beginning, but now calm. And one more wonderful.
So understand that anxiety is okay. It happens to everyone. We need to just calm ourselves down. Okay? Okay, awesome. So I'm now opening the floor for questions and in the next 5 minutes, so you can ask me any questions that you have and then we end the session. Ask me any question, even if it's a stupid one. I would love to answer.
Wow, what wonderful knowledge given by you, ma'am. I hope our audience learned many new things from this session. I would like to highlight some of the points like education and awareness, building resilience, promoting open dialogue, empowering through action. Ma'am, there are few questions which our audience want to be answered. So,
Mm-hmm.
with your permission, shall we proceed with the questions?
Yeah, definitely.
So the first question is what is the empowering you to overcome anxiety and embrace mental health?
So basically, if I may not wrong, understand that all of us are on a journey, right? So it is okay if you're having some anxiety issues, if you feel anxious, if you feel stressed, it's okay. You know how we make diamond? Diamond is always made under pressure. So if you are having pressure in life, it's okay, you're getting better. Always remember, instead of focusing on whatever क्या होता है ना कि कभी कभार जब हम इतने ज्यादा स्ट्रेस हो जाते हैं तो हम एडिक्शंस में जाते हैं जैसे स्मोक वीड अल्कोहल फोन porn so instead of going to addictions let's go to meditation let's practice dance let's do creativity जो बहुत ज्यादा डिप्रेस्ड लोग होंगे ना लाइफ में वो बहुत ज्यादा क्रिएटिव होंगे ओके नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन
Thank you, ma'am, for answering this question. And our next question is in what ways do you think societal expectations, peer pressure impact your mental well being?
Okay. So, when I talk about how these things impact your mental well-being, I think सबसे ज्यादा mental health issues हमें इसी वजह से हैं इंडिया में क्योंकि क्या है ना we always think about what others will think about me. सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग तो सबसे ज्यादा कंसंट्रेट करना है तो इग्नोर करना सीखना पड़ेगा क्योंकि if you are doing good people will say if you are doing bad you people will say people always have something to say तो इट्स ऑलवेज लाइक हमेशा अपनी करो जो तुम्हें अच्छा लगे वो करो क्योंकि तुम अच्छा भी करोगे तब भी वो बोलेंगे तुम बुरा भी करोगे तब भी वो बोलेंगे राइट
Thank you, ma'am, for answering this question. And our next question is what self care practices and activities help you feel feel more grounded and less anxious?
Okay, so first thing is let's start with meditation. And Kishan has asked me a question. I'm replying to you, Kishan. Wait a second. So first thing is you have to start with understanding sitting in silence. First thing, silence में बैठो, observe करो क्या thoughts आ रहे हैं. Start with 5 minute meditation and always write down your thoughts. जो भी दिमाग में आ रहा है, just write it down, write it down, write it down. It will help you to work on yourself better. Tripura, do we have more questions?
Thank you, ma'am, for answering this question. And our next question is, how do you navigate and pressure to constantly achieve and succeed in various aspects of your life, such as academic, sports, or extracurricular activities?
See, first thing is understand what you like doing. एक होता है passion, एक होता है profession. So when you turn your passion into profession, you'll always try. So always try to make a balance of what you like doing and how you can actually make money out of it. Okay, I think let's take questions from the audience now because we are receiving 3 to 4 questions. I hope we can end the questions that are made by you and take questions that are asked.
Ma'am,
Let's start with,
one more question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can start, ma'am.
okay.
Okay,
The
ma'am.
first question.
How do you perceive the connection between physical health and mental well being? What habits contribute to a healthy mind for you?
Okay, I'll answer that later on. So first thing is Kishan का question है, ma'am, how can I reduce my silly mistake in examination hall due to stress and anxiety and what are the reasons behind? It's okay. मेरे को भी बहुत ज्यादा होती है anxiety. So only try practicing long deep breath meditations. Breath. So always try. ऑलवेज मेक नोट्स ऑलवेज मेक नोट्स कभी भी आपको एग्जाम में हो तो आप अपना रिवीजन करने के लिए नोट्स बनाया करो। और इसका इट्स ओके इट्स नॉर्मल nothing to worry about it. How can we, Karthik has a question, how can we enhance education programs to raise awareness about mental health issues? So I run an organization known as Empathy Wellness Foundation where we run a lot of programs for mental health awareness. So try connecting with people who are running mental health organizations. One organization is mine, right? Empathy Wellness Foundation. Okay. Next question is how can we calm ourselves or overcome panic attack? Also, I have migraine, so it guess what? कौन है रूपाली? So first thing is जब भी आपको कोई panic attack आएगा, आपकी सांस फूलने लग जाती है. Try to just sit at one position. एक ही जगह पे बैठो. उसके बाद try taking water. Water in अपना intake लो. And try long deep breaths. हर चीज के लिए long deep breaths. और पता है कैसी सांस लेनी है आपने नोज से इनहेल करनी है और एक्सहेल माउथ से करनी है लाइक दिस ओके सो दिस इज हाउ यू डू इट नाउ अंकिता आस्क मी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन हाउ टू ओवरकम ओवरथिंकिंग ओवरथिंक को ओवरकम करने का सबसे इजी तरीका पता है क्या है आपको हाँ आपको क्या करना है अपना फोकस किसी और चीज पे लगाना फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपको कोई थॉट आ रहा है आप म्यूजिक सुनना शुरू कर दो आप लिखना शुरू कर दो तो ऐसे आप अपनी ओवरथिंकिंग को ओवरकम कर सकते हो Also, I have shared link of my LinkedIn. I write a lot of stories for mental health. I recently wrote a book as well called as Unexpected Hope, which is a self-help book. मैं SEMS को link भेज दूंगी. If someone wants to read it and understand how things work, you can always reach out to me. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining me.
Again, thank you all for attending today's webinar. And if you have any additional questions, you can contact us by email or telephone. We are happy to provide additional support to you. Please follow us on our social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel for new learning.